Propel. Today we're going to speak about Propel with your vision, mission, and goals. In another word, visualize, believe, and take action. You say, propel? Right now, who's propelling? You're sitting on your couch, you're watching Netflix, you're eating chips and saying, should I exercise? Should I go on? What should I do? How should I prepare for anything? How should I propel? It all begins with a mindset, and it's that decision. Visualize and believe it and take action. It would be an understatement to say that this was not an unusual year. It was. Let's go back to January. January 2020 vision. We all said it's going to be a new decade, new resolutions. We made those plans for this year, but then all of a sudden in March, things changed. Things happened. But that doesn't mean your mindset changes. That means that that vision and mission and goals will stay the same. Things might alter. You have to move and flow with that. As I said, it's about visualization and believing in your heart and taking action. This past March, in my spa business, we were forced to close. Like many of us, we were forced to make changes. Our businesses closed, we had to work remotely, kids were home from school. There were many changes that happened. But again, it's that goal, that vision, that mission, and that goal and taking action. When that happened, I just said, I'm not going to go dark, and I stayed the course of what my goals for the year were, which were to create new things. That may be easy for me to say, but it really isn't, because I'm just like you. I had many challenges with this. I had staff. I didn't know when they would come back. I had hundreds of appointments that we canceled for the month of March into April. There were things that happened. I had no idea what would go on, but I made a decision that I was going to stay the course and stay with that same vision that I had for not only 2020, but going forward. That belief in my heart, that mission, and then that taking action, those goals. Goals without plans are just a dream. So let's go back to basically that vision, the visualization, that visualization of seeing yourself. Because as I said, things don't change until your mindset changes. And the same difference of staying the course, that mindset is what will keep you on course if you see that course. So it is that visualization and that belief in your heart and then taking action, those goals, and putting those plans together. And no matter what, you stay that course. Many people have said that this is actually like God's timeout, that it's put a pause in people's lives, that you've taken this time to make those changes. But again, that comes from that decision to stay on course and to make those changes. Many people also have shared with me that this has been a productive year, that many things have happened that they had no expectation of. But it really came from that time. Time is so important to use wisely and to keep open with it, because time is a type of entity that if you don't use it, it will fritter away. But if you take that time to be open for change, then things can happen. A friend of mine started a new studio business. 2 of her children got married. It was an amazing year for she. But going into this year, she wasn't sure that she was really on the right course for things. And so with taking that time out, she did a lot of self-evaluation and soul-searching and realized that she was on the right course, and she kept on course. So really, I share with you today that it is about that visualization, that belief in your heart, and taking action. Many years ago, I was in a situation, let's just say, that I really didn't have any expectation of. Meaning that my visualization was I was buying back the business that I had sold to the company that I had sold it about 2 years prior. This was my first skincare brand. And I had finished with the last payment. And in that, I was prepared and ready to go, ready to start anew with new and improved. We had been working on new formulas, and we were re-engineering this line that we had started about 5+ years prior. And so we were ready to go. But I could tell something was wrong. Something was not going the way it really should have had I was going to take that out of that building, that business, and then move on to my own warehouse and so forth. And to really not share a long story, the essence of it was that they did have a plan, and their plan was to keep it. So after paying the entire sum of the agreed amount, they did what's called a hostile takeover. And here, my vision, my belief, and my goal was taken from me, I thought. But I made a decision in that time frame, after this tragedy happened, so to speak. My baby was taken away from me. But I made a decision because I was clear on my vision. My vision was to create, and my mission was to help others build their businesses. Because this was a skincare line that was sold to other spas and salons in the United States. And so my belief, my goal, my mission was to help others. And then that action was to continue on. So after a lot of prayer and soul searching, I made a decision based on the fact, if I didn't do that, where would my vision, mission, and action and goal be? Where would that be? To start over? Possibly so. But the bottom line was that I decided to stay within that vision, that goal, that belief, and that action, that goal, that mission, the vision, mission, and goal, and to stay in that, and truly, yes, start anew. I did, because they did keep that business. They did. I did get a settlement, but separate from that, and that enabled me to start again financially, but I stayed with that same vision, that same mission, and that same goal. When there's confusion, we question our worth. We question our worth in, are we good enough to take these steps, to have these goals, have these dreams, have these aspirations? But again, we must go back to that original vision and mission and goal. And when you stay in that mission, vision, and goal, you then take those steps that lead you to the next step. I always work with what I call the 5 C's. And the 5 C's are that clarity, that courage, that confidence, that commitment, and that compassion. And when I work in those 5 C's, I question those in those vision, mission, and goal. And am I clear on what I want to do? Am I clear? Because in clarity comes power. And with that, you can then determine what that next step will be. That courage. Courage is often what, as I shared earlier, that it stops man in his track from going on to that goal that they want to accomplish. That courage is built, though, I feel, through faith. Faith is a substance of things hoped for, but the evidence not yet seen. And when we build that faith muscle, we build that courage muscle to take that first step, and that second and third step will be revealed to you. And then through that, confidence is built. Many a person stops in their track and not fulfilling what their destiny is because they do not have the confidence, but it starts with that courage. And then commitment. As Napoleon Hill has said over the years, burn those boats. And many people have said it in different ways. But the bottom line of that is if you make a decision to do something, nothing will stop you. Nothing. You continue on. Doesn't mean it will be easy. Nothing is easy. But if you love what you're doing, you continue going on. And if you're clear on that vision, that mission, and that goal, do not stop. Do not stop. That's why I shared about that hostile takeover. When that happened, I could have gone back to New York. I'm a New York girl living in the heart of Texas and going back to work for a cosmetic company. But that was not fulfilling my vision, mission, and goal. So it is about that commitment, what is in your heart. And compassion is often, most importantly, compassion for yourself. Because if you do not forgive yourself for all of the errors and missteps that you've taken and things that you haven't taken, steps that you have not taken, it is not only compassion for others, which is absolutely paramount, but it is also compassion for yourself. I just shared about commitment. Commitment in burning those boats. When you have that dream, goal, and desire, that vision, mission, and goal. I just turned 70. And I have made a decision right now, today, this year, going forward. I am not going to stop because I am here for you. My commitment is to help you build your business and build your life, to start, to scale, to sustain your dreams, your goals, your desires. Because again, if you don't, you will live with regret, and that is the greatest heartbreak you can live with, is regret. Looking back and saying that I didn't do what I thought I was going to do, that I was not attaining those goals that I was dreaming of. So it is about those decisions to really begin, build, and sustain. You must make that decision, but it really is in a mindset, and that mindset begins with you. It is so paramount that you take the time, and I speak about time because, again, I was sharing with somebody the other day how my runway is a little bit shorter. This person was asking me about, I was sharing how I was looking forward to doing this, and that had I ever thought about being an actress? And I said, well, actually my runway's a little short to change my whole career that way. I said, but that medium is being attained by being here with you. So it is about pivoting, it's about shifting, it's about changing those visions, so to speak. Because again, my whole career has really been building businesses. I have built 3 7-figure businesses. I have built them, I have started them, I've built them, sustained them over years, and then sold my most recent company, which was a medical spa. And so I could have retired. Many of my family members think I'm crazy. They say, Megan, what are you doing? Why don't you retire? Retire, what is retiring? What is it retiring to? I am here to be creative, which is, again, that has always been my passion. My purpose, I was very blessed years ago to learn my purpose, and that is to build teams, to help others actualize their dreams, goals, and desires. So I truly have been blessed over these years because I've been so clear on what I wanted to do and how I was going to do it. Now, how I got there, that was that sustaining part, that always changes and always evolves. But I am here for you, to help you identify what your dreams, goals, and desires are, to propel you, as I said earlier, to what that heart's desire is. And that is so important to have that clarity. That is why that is the first C. So in closing, get off the couch, put the Fritos away, and make that first step. And that first step, what I want you to do right now is go to megandmartino.com, to the Contact Megan page, and contact me. Put in that you want to have a discovery call with me. And let's identify what those goals, dreams, and desires are, and let me help you take that first step. It's been a joy to be here today with you and to help you understand that it is a journey. It is not a sprint, it is a marathon, but it's about having joy in your heart every day in every way. Your morning routine is important, every step of the day is important. We could go on and on about those things, but again, take that first step and contact me. Let's have a discovery call and let's put together and identify your dreams, your goals, your desires, regardless of what they are. It does not matter. That first step is all the important step. I'm so blessed to be here with you today, and thank you so much.